Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to LLB Lead or Led By. Today, we are presenting a special show of The Leader Speaks. And the leader who is with us is Mr. Shameer.s, who is the founder, IT Projects Media by the startups Kongiku. He is the head of Tansin Community Circle, North Coimbatore, Government of Tamil Nadu. He is also a member of IIC, Institute Innovation Council, Government of India, and a proud board member of MBA Studies, Avivan Shillangam Deemed University, CBE. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great privilege for us to have Mr. Shameer.s with us, and a big round of applause to Mr. Shameer for accepting and being here. Good morning, Mr. Shameer. Hello, how are you?
Thank you, Dr. Haleema Sadiais, EduFam International, and of course, you may remember that we had an exciting award session. So I couldn't, travel to Singapore probably due to many reasons. Of course, COVID was one reason, which I thought probably I'll be quarantined. And yes, we have some restriction with booster medicine. We have non-availability of booster medicines, all those things in India. So that prevented me from traveling to Singapore. But then, I was there at the award session, beautiful session. I got to see so many, global leaders. Of course, I know you and Dr. Ramanathan right from the start, ever since we got into, those leadership discussions, different groups, communities, all those things. And so happy to be in this meeting today. And I hope I may, able to answer your questions in a productive and useful way, so as to enlighten students on what leadership is all about. And yes, the world needs more leaders. Of course, we are seeing more destruction than construction happening in recent times due to the penetration of technology and due to various economic social factors. Yes, I once again thank Dr. Sadiais, for hosting this rather useful meet. And I hope I may be able to, inshallah, I may be able to impact students at large all over the world.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Shameer. Congratulations for your outstanding global award. And yes, you were not present, but virtually you were present, and it's like equally good. Mr. Shameer, first of all, this is our first interview on our platform. So I would like to know my viewers that who exactly Shameer is, how was his childhood, family background, and what has Shameer into in this leadership position, like what has inspired you?
If you ask me on a philosophical point, who is Shameer, is a very difficult question to ask, because I've been into so many different things, and this is something we all have been exploring, right? If you ask who's Dr. Haleema, it's a very difficult question, right? There is a technical reply to it, but then on a philosophical point of view, I think I've been exploring this question for a long time, because my wife doesn't know what I'm doing. My ammi sometimes, or my mother sometimes, are what I'm doing, because when relatives ask, when friends, when my friends in the US, especially my colleagues, my batchmates, I did my engineering in electrical electronics way back in 2005. When they ask me what I'm into, it's such a difficult question to answer, because I'm into too many different things. I want to make a positive impact in the society. So that's a highly philosophical question that I've been trying to explore day. And what am I going to do? So why am I born in this world? So what is that God has to do with my birth, with my progress in this world? But coming to your question, technically, let me introduce myself as Shameer once again. So I'm born and brought up in Coimbatore, the entrepreneurial city of Coimbatore in South India. If you travel down to Coimbatore, you can see so many manufacturing industries, especially in cotton, in pumps, ancillary industries. We have a lot of exciting things coming up in Coimbatore, like it's such an exciting entrepreneurial and enterprising city. I did my schooling in a prestigious institution called Shameer-s Secondary School, and then I completed my engineering in electrical electronics engineering from Sri Ramakrishna Engineering College. That is again affiliated to Anna University, one of the best universities in in India. Um, there was that kind of entrepreneurial passion that has been with me since my college days. But then I worked in different companies called Angler Technologies in Coimbatore. I worked at VSC Media, UK-based company, in different capacities. Uh, I worked in another MNC called Angler Technologies in Coimbatore. And then finally, Supreme Technology and Energy Solution, and Melbourne-based company. So my technical area, my technical specialty area is digital marketing. So we we talk of so many things related to digital marketing, like social media marketing. We have SEO, then we have public relation, PR, online PR. Now we have data science, data analytics as well. So I started my career way back in 2007 in the area of digital marketing, and then I started my career as a digital marketer. Then then this evolution happens. I developed my own team. Sorry. I developed my own team, went on to become the team leader, and finally project manager. So when I was when I became the project manager, there was nothing to do much more than that. I was supposed to be the CTO then, which is which I feel that I could take another 5 or 6 years. Then I decided back in 2016 that now is the time to startup. And I started my first startup in 2016 called IT Projects Media. So I had a handful of clients have been working in different companies. They said that when just let me know when you start a company. So that's how the relationship started, which means that I've been doing a fairly commendable job with all my clients. And 2016 saw the birth of my first startup called IT Projects Media, IPM, which I started in Coimbatore. I had a partner with me who's no longer with me, in the sense that we parted ways last year. So he has been with me for a good 6-7 years. I started off with digital marketing, web development, web design, logo design, branding, and then I started another division called video production, which dealt with 2D, 3D animated video production, live video production, and there were around 12 video types that we were doing for clients. And then 4 years back, I started a voiceover studio for budding voiceover artists. We started training voiceover artists. Like, we had so many talented voiceover artists from the colleges, from the institutions, housewives especially, who had tremendous voice production, but couldn't make it at the top level. So we started exploring, train them, and we transformed them into good voiceover artists. So that was one good thing that happened in my journey. I was able to identify content developers, copywriters, voiceover artists. I was able to give them a platform to express, to make money, especially as freelancers, as regular workers, part-time artists. And I had that opportunity to meet with good video artists as well. I was into making ad films, short films. I did so many different things at different point of my career. And then another good thing that had happened in 2016 was I started a community called Buy the Startup. That was another revolution, a transformational phase whereas I was able to meet so many different startup leaders in Coimbatore, startup founders. I had the privilege to be with who's who of Coimbatore people. I dreamt of meeting them one day, and then I had easy access, through this community. So this community has grown to over 5,000 entrepreneurs. And Buy the Startup community is all about supporting startups. Now, when you have an idea, say like you have an idea to start a startup, what is that you need? Basically, you need a good mentor to start off with. You need a good team, some form of funding at one point, and then incubation, workspaces. So there were around 15. There are around 10 support areas which we are able to cater to the startups, and they need good relationship, good networking as well. So we started hosting regular meets, offline, online. In every online meet, I used to meet at least 50 startup entrepreneurs from different parts of Tamil Nadu. There were startups who used to travel all the way from Salem, which is 3 hours drive from Coimbatore. Such was a healthy community that was able to develop. And today, all praise to the Lord Almighty, it has grown to 5,500 entrepreneurs, very strong community, which has invariably helped me in my business as well. At the same time, I've been able to help promote their business, elevate their offerings in one way or the other, where we have regular brand launches, brand meets, founder meets, things like that, things that can take them closer to the target audience. And if it's a B2B relationship, that's where the community was so successful. I was able to connect this B2B businesses in a very elaborate and easy way. So that was what networking is all about. You have the access to people, you have the access to people who think that might help one another. I had access to people at the institution level. So I was also working with universities and colleges, where every university or college would have a handful of startups, like 5 or 6 startups every year. We meet them, and we enlighten them about what startup operation is all, how to start a startup, how to run a business, basically the different facets of business. And we have had around 50
Mr. Shameer, congratulations on your successful journey. And what I can see in your journey, that the passion was your narration was full of passion, that whatever you did in your life is every aspect, whether you were into the startups, whether you were into the social responsibility projects, whether you were into the MNCs, or whether you were working with the startups. So everywhere I found that the passion was very much visible. It was like reflecting from your conversation, from your talks, from your narration. So as a leader, what do you think that how the passion plays role for a leader to accomplish the goal, not only for himself, for the whole team? So what is the role of the passion in accomplishing the goal, common goal that is for everyone, not only for the leader, but the entire team?
I think passion is everything. I think the passion is everything to it. That's the simplest reply that I can come up with to your question. But you have to link your passion with your business goals as well. That's very important, because I can see so many leaders doing so many different things. They are very passionate about doing something, committed to something. They want to make a social impact, positive. That's all there. But end of the day, you have to make money. That's one thing, because see, most leaders
Yes, so
fail.
at the end of the day, you have to make money. That is a very valid point, very good point. So what do you say? What do you think that for making money, only passion is not enough? What all you think is required by the end of the day, so that you can be a successful entrepreneur, or a successful businessman, or successful, we can say, the professional? Yeah.
I think you need to have a strong financial model. So you have to you have to work like an accountant, right? So these are my expenses. So this is my breakdown cost. This is what I'm going to do, and this is what my expenses. Very simple economics. So this is what all you need to do. But you need to have a strong financial model. You need to have a strong recurring revenue cycle. For example, we have membership, membership for by the startups. Of course, I was running the community for free for the first 3 years, but then the 4th year, it came as a burden to me. It was a huge burden to run for free for the 4th year, which means that I need to create a strong business model for it. So we started running the community in a membership mode, where I used to fee members, affordable fee, of course. I'm not when it comes to a social model, you can't be exorbitant. People will just run away seeing your fees. It's not like that. But you have you have a financial or a revenue model first, and then you have something you're passionate about. You just have to connect the dots, right? Now this is what I offer. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what I offer, and this is the fee that you have to.
Yeah, that's very true. And I think that we have to keep this also in the mind, that along with the passion and along with the revenue model and financial model, I think somewhere the skill also play very important role. That if you are giving the the potential, if you have the potentials and you have credentiality, and then you are coming into any business, then naturally the people always look at the quality. And then secondly, you have focused in your own conversation about the networking. I think that networking plays in today's world the most important role. What do you say about this, Mr. Shameer?
The first thing, when you talk about value, when you talk about quality, I believe in value. Any effort that they, that I wanted to make. So, for example, if I am planning something, say like 5 or 6 months from now, I stress on one point, which is value. So when people pay me for something, when people, approach me for something, I need to ensure that I create value for them. This value generation is what makes people coming back to us again and again. So value is one thing that I really value. So this value, this 5-letter word is very, very important in every business, and especially if you are a social entrepreneur, if you have decided that your career is focused towards creating a social impact, that value generation, that value development is very, very important. Second thing, from a networking point, network is everything. Every business thrives on networking. Every business thrives on what type of community, what type of tribe that that you create. If you are into, say, like agri, okay, for example, if you say you are into agri technology, it's important that you create an ecosystem of farmers, of producers, of value added product manufacturers, consumers, institutions, government. That's an ecosystem. Of course, you have to be politically adapt as well, back to approach what kind of government schemes that, and I'm just telling from an example point of view. So this is an ecosystem that you need to create, and that ecosystem can be get only through strong networking, and only if you are a networker in business or in social life, you can become a good leader. There is no shortcut to it. You have to be a good communicator, you have to be a good networker, you need to see the good things in people. Of course, there are good things, there are positives, negatives in every human life, but you need to see only the good things in every human being or every entrepreneur that you meet. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shameer. So, but it is said sometimes that, the financial model is very essential, as you have mentioned. But at times it is said that there is a one very famous couplet of Iqbal that lazim hai dil ke paas rahe paasbaan aql, lekin kabhi kabhi use tanha bhi chhod de. Like, it's important always to look at the financial aspects of the things, but there are certain point of life, like in the life, there are certain points where we don't look at the financial benefits, we don't look at the economical aspects of the things, but we just go for the passion. So for Shameer, what is that exact point where Shameer doesn't look at anything and Shameer just entered into that and then finds satisfaction or happiness of life?
Okay, this may I tell you the secret? I have joined a party. I have joined the Grand Old Party of India called Congress. Okay, so I don't think that I'll be benefited personally. I'll be benefit from a party. Okay, I was in another party for 25 years. I'm just 38 now. For that matter, I'm not as old as people think. I'm just 38. I have joined a party called Congress. You may know that Congress is the oldest party of India, nationalist party. So I just joined the party, and as coming to your question, this is where I don't see any returns on it. I really, really want to make a positive impact in the social life of people, where I'll be meeting students in the next 2 or 3 months, talking about the contributions that what nationalism, what patriotism for a country can do, for the overall for the overall growth of progress and growth of the country. And this is one area where I don't find any remuneration or any financial model, but I'll work for the people at the grassroots level.
So nice of you. Thank you very much. At the same time, we should keep in mind that politics has to be in this model as you have adopted, that not to take any benefit out of that, but for the service mindset. And
yes,
that
yes,
is a
exactly.
true leadership. That is a true leadership, whether it is political leadership or whether it is educational leadership or social leadership. Everywhere the mindset has to be that it has to be for the service mindset. Thank you very much, Shameer, for sharing your valuable ideas and golden thoughts with us. It was really very beneficial. And I hope that our viewers are going to be benefited by this. I wish you all the best for your political career.
Thank you so much, Dr. Haleema. I mean, it's a privilege. I mean, I'm blessed today. It's a Friday, of course, blessed Friday, Juma, and having the opportunity to associate with a quality global leader like you. Of course, as I said, I would love to have you in a global event in Coimbatore happening in March, as I already updated to you during our call. I would love to have you, and it's my duty as a leader to create morally conscious, morally responsible leaders as well. Yes, we do business at the end of the day. We make money at the end of the day. That's one thing. But you also need to be morally conscious of what you are creating, what you are doing to the society, and what kind of future that you are going to give to your kids, to your children. And that is where we need to cohabitate, collaborate, and compete in a positive way in creating a healthy and a society that works progressively for the overall benefit, for the overall growth of our community, society, and humankind as a general.
Yes, and cooperate with each other.
Yes, that's a key word. Yes.
Yes.
I
So,
believe
Mr.
in
Shameer,
cooperation.
yeah, Mr. Shameer, if someone wants to approach you and to contact you, will you please share your contact details with our viewers so that it will be easy for them to be benefited, because you are in the position of helping the people. If you don't mind, please share your contacts. Thank you very much.
Yes, sure. Yes, I would love to share my contact. Yes. In any mode possible, you can get in touch with me for anything related to startup or startup business or entrepreneurship, or even if you want to make a creative, or a positive impact on how we shape the ecosystem, we shape the the social structure. Yes, I'm always ready to help you.
Okay, thank you very much. And Shameer can be reached on his social media platforms. You can very easily find him on the social medias, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and through his community. Like as he has said that he has a startup community, more than 5,000 people are there. So I wish you all the best, Shameer, to you, and I wish all the best to all the viewers, those who are watching this program. I hope it was beneficial for you, and all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you so much, doctor. Thank you, everybody.